Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Stevie with me in the studio. Jules with us. This is Craig. I feel like Craig was spoiling for a bit of a fight during the show. Have you had a nice weekend, Craig? What's going on?
I think, I've actually. But I think it was incumbent of me to pick you up in your
incumbent. Ooh, big words of a Sunday.
And also we had to sort of deflect away from the sort of French loving that we had there.
I see. You won't get too excited about France winning the nation.
Well, I think we had to throw a bit of perspective on it, Jules. You know, it was only 6 months ago that everything was falling apart. Even the parents were fighting.
On that note, Jules, would you rather to see back-to-back World Cup titles for France or PSG win the Champions League?
Ooh, that's a beauty.
Oh, Sophie's choice.
Why are you doing this to me? You made up that question.
It's an easy answer.
Oh, Craig definitely wouldn't. Yeah, he's not bothered.
There's no way he's not going to say PSG.
It's got to be PSG.
It's got to be.
Stevie knows me so well. I mean, and we said that we're Parisian before being French anyway. So stuff France. I'll take PSG winning the Champions League and back-to-back even. Back-to-back Champions League.
Take that, LeBouf.
By the way, how unpatriotic is that?
Yes. He doesn't even live there. That's a respect.
He loves it so much.
Yeah, he
doesn't want to stay there.
Doesn't even be bothered to live in France. Okay, Craig. Everton, Aston Villa or Leeds, which of these teams would you buy if you're a billionaire?
Everton, Aston Villa or Leeds? I would... Aston Villa. Former European champions.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Stevie, you're nodding next to me.
Aye, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Good luck fighting against Liverpool and Merseyside. Leeds United, I mean, they've got a long, long way to go. And Aston Villa has just got a huge... It's got a bigger fan base than the other two, and there's more potential. So, yeah.
Okay, you took that quite seriously.
So did I.
Craig and Stevie, how far do you think Scotland will go in the World Cup qualifiers? Big win against Israel, of course, yesterday.
Well, it depends on the draw. I mean, I think they'll qualify in second place.
Okay.
But it depends who they get in the draw.
Right.
That's what it's down to.
Yeah.
I think they'll qualify for the playoffs. Now it's up in the air who they get.
Did you watch the game, Craig?
No, I didn't watch the game. I was off. I've up until working here, I've been off.
How
all weekend,
unpatriotic!
So yes.
They can't even live in Scotland.
They should have scored 5, Scotland.
You don't even want to go back.
Craig doesn't. He really doesn't. You won 3-2. You're in second place behind Denmark.
I know what the score is. I checked it up.
All right.
They got a late. They got a late winner for Scott McTominay. I'm all over it.
Okay.
I'm all over it like a rash.
Perfect.
I just couldn't watch it yesterday. I was very, very busy.
What do you mean? You played golf in the morning, then what did you do in the afternoon?
I was what did I do in the afternoon?
Recovering from the golf.
Oh, I had a sleep.
Yeah, I had a nap.
I had a power nap.
That was it. Jules, the Premier League's biggest stars like Coutinho and Hazard have flunked in La Liga. Does that mean Spanish clubs should be cautious while signing players from the EPL, or the step up from the EPL to Spain is too huge?
And what about Luis Suarez and what about the others? Even to certain things, Gareth Bale. But certainly not the last few years, but at the beginning, it worked for them to go from England to Spain. So every case is different. There's reasons why some fail, some succeed. It depends on the club where you arrive. It depends on your own mindset. It depends on injuries. It depends on a lot of things. And I don't think it says much about La Liga or the Premier League if so-and-so succeeds or so-and-so fails. It's just, it happens. It happens between every league, every player. There's a lot of things that you can't control, unfortunately. Otherwise, everybody would be succeeded everywhere. So I think it's a bit unfair to put it that way.
Jules, what are your opinions on Neymar saying 2022 World Cup will be his last?
Well, first of all, when I saw the interview and the quotes, I thought this is exactly the kind of thing that you said, but you go back on it and you end up going to the following one and the Copa America after all of that. If you look at it from his point of view, I think the pressure, and it's always been the case since he was a very young kid, you could imagine that it's not always easy to to carry and to go through and to live with. And of course, he's a professional athlete, and a lot of athletes go through the same things, and some cope better with it, and some not so much. But I think it's a lot of pressure in Brazil when you're Neymar for all sorts of reasons. So you can see why maybe he's a bit tired of all that pressure, but I don't believe a second that 2022 will be his last World Cup or his last involvement with the national team. I don't believe that a second.
Final question, of course, we were discussing with Alessandro Del Piero what it's like to have people having you tattooed on their bodies. Hence, the final question is, how would the guys feel if someone tattooed them on their bodies? Stevie, how would you feel? Big Liverpool fan, having a Stevie Nicol right across their chest?
That'd be great, aye.
Yeah, you'd like it?
Why not?
Yeah? Perfect.
Why not?
Who would you have tattooed on your body if you had to have somebody?
I wouldn't.
You thought about that for a moment.
I didn't want to dive in. I like to give some thought to the questions.
Yeah.
And on reflection, none.
Craig, I did Google Craig Burley tattoo just in case, for whatever reason, maybe a Scottish fan got it done in '98, and all that came up was that fake Fernando Torres one that you had done when you said if he scored a hat-trick you get a tattoo. Well, you got like a fake one done, and all the news outlets picked it up in England, and it went viral, didn't it?
Yeah, that tells you how stupid some people are. They actually thought They actually thought I was going to go ahead and do that. Complete Muppets. You know what I mean? But yeah, I remember that. But no, I mean, who gives a stuff? Who gets a tattoo? You know what I mean? It's like.
I don't think that lie down he had yesterday was very successful.
Do you not think the nap is?
No, I couldn't have got it.
Jules, how many tattoos do you have? How many of them are of Gab?
Well, they look Neymar, wasn't he?
None of them are of Gab, but this is a true story. I'm going to tell you. Yesterday we took the children to a big zoo in Bedfordshire anyway, and we were sat there, and there was a couple next to us, and I said to my wife, I said to Kate, look, the guy had a big man's face on his calf tattooed. I said, oh look, the guy must have his dad tattooed on his calf. And she looks and she said, no, I don't think his dad. He looks like Patrick Swayze. And there was a woman next to the man's head, and we said, I swear this is Dirty Dancing tribute, and he was indeed Patrick Swayze. Now that we looked properly at it.
Wow.
It was Patrick Swayze, and the girl who plays with him in Dirty Dancing, can't remember the name. I mean, I would rather Stevie Nicol tattooed on my leg than Patrick Swayze, or even Craig Burley than Patrick Swayze.
Wow.
Hey, what was Jennifer Grey's nose like?
Stevie, where are we going with this?
Well, she had a nose job, didn't she?
Right, I've been told to move away from that very quickly.
Do you know when players left their t-shirt up, their strip up over their head, and they've got a message?
Yes.
I'm sure Jules has got a tattoo on his chest that when he lifts his shirt up, it just says, "For God's sake, Gab, shut up." Something to that effect.
I believe on that note, I think that's a good way to end Extra Time for today. Thank you very much, as always, for your tweets. We will be back here tomorrow for more of this. Until then, goodbye. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.